Okay, right. So, hi, this is Jeff, Alan. We are two of the three members of CritCar 2015, and we're doing our first ever video that we're going to put onto YouTube on the back of our Instagram page. And we're going to drive today a car that we both love a great deal, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video when you see it. So, Jeffrey.
We are in the foothills of the French Alps.
Are we?
Magnificent weather, fantastic. We're in a Works 66 Cooper S, genuine product of Abingdon. Fantastic. What could get better?
This isn't France.
No, it's not. It's Scotland. It's not a genuine Works car, it's a replica. But we don't have any budget, and we can't make a Hollywood blockbuster, so it's the best we can do.
So, we're going to basically take this car for a run through the Scottish Hills.
Yes.
And at least the sun is shining for a change.
Yes. To sum it up, we're taking a pretend car through pretend France.
A pretend car through pretend France. Sounds good to me. Right, let's go and
let's do it.
Let's go and get some footage. It's noisy.
Alan! Yes, it is a bit noisy.
It rattles a lot.
Yes, it does rattle a lot.
It sticks to the road like glue though, doesn't it?
Yes, it does stick to the road. That's the important part.
Considering how icy it was this morning, and, do you know, it never ceases to amaze me how well these original Mini Coopers handle.
That's why they won the Monte Carlo so many times. Woohoo!
The faster you go, the louder we scream. Oh, it's the other way round, isn't it? The louder you scream, the faster you go. Oh good, another cyclist.
Looks like fun.
So what speed are we doing? Don't tell me we're doing 80 miles an hour.
We are. It's amazing, isn't it? It's just quick, this is.
So what's this situation? Why do we have a kilometre reading on a Mini?
You noticed?
I noticed.
Well, in the Alps, these are just calibrated signposts using kilometres, therefore kilometre speedo. So although you think we've been tearing along the road, we've actually been doing a fairly pedestrian 50. It just feels a lot faster.
There's no doubt, in a car of this age, doing 50 miles an hour does feel like you're doing 90.
It certainly does.
Oh, snow in the mountains.
Does that mean we're in the Alps?
No, we're still on a budget. Hard suspension. Oh good, more cyclists. Are you sure we're not in the French Alps?
It's like that, isn't it? The only way I know is that we're on the other side of the road.
They're not keen to move over, are they? I'm a cyclist and I know my rights. Whoa! Ouch! I know it's a rally car replica, Jeff, but there's no need to treat it like a rally.
Alright. I thought I'd try to be authentic here.
Jeremy Clarkson would say a little bit of wee came out there.
Okay, I've just switched off.
Oh god, another bloody cyclist.
I don't think we can put all that in. Might alienate our cyclist fans.
How many times did the Mini Cooper S win the Monte Carlo Rally?
Well, it's a very provocative question, Alan.
Why? What's provocative about it?
It won in 64, it won in 65, it came first, second and third in 66. Unfortunately, by that point, the French weren't terribly happy.
You're determined to get the French into this, aren't you?
Indeed. So, they found a way to knock out all the cars till they got to a French winner. And the first, second and third happened to be Mini Cooper S's. Anyway, 67, Cooper S went back, won it again. So, there you go.
So all I asked was, how many times did they win it?
Ah, right, okay, well, 4 nominally and 3 actually.
But you're not bitter.
Absolutely not.
We're now Stirling,
We are indeed. So the local is the Hill of Rue.
and we're coming up to a famous landmark.
We are. It's the David Stirling Monument, the chap that kicked off the SAS back in the day. He lived around here, his family lands were around here, and this was erected several years back. So we're just going to pull in here.
To the David Stirling Memorial.
Indeed.
So, the Long Range Desert Group. And this is David Stirling Monument.
It is indeed.
So we have David Stirling, founder of the SAS Special Air Service in 1941. So the story is, Jeff, the reason we've got this monument is because he lived around here, is that right?
His family were from right here, yes. And this was put up several years back just to commemorate his contribution to.
Oh, he started the SAS, I suppose, which is special forces.
Yep.
That are now commonplace in all armies.
Absolutely.
Yeah. As we look on to the Ochils,
Yes.
we've got David Stirling Memorial with a plaque here in remembrance of all those members of the Special Air Service Regiment who have died in the service of their country and have given their lives to uphold the principles of freedom and justice. Seems very appropriate in this day and age. Right, Jeff, now that we're back at base, interested to know what you've done with a 1966 Mini in order to turn it into a replica for the 1967 Monte Carlo Rally. So let's start with the interior. What have you done in the interior to make it as close to the real thing?
Okay, we've fitted the microcell seats, so better for long distance, more comfortable, keep you in at the corners. Classic Motolita wheel, made in Britain of course. Works dash, this was pioneered by the BMC Works, so all the switches are more to hand for the driver. You've also got the navigator panel with Halda, Hoyer watches, etc. on there. Kilometre per hour speedometer fitted to the car. Because when they were in the Alps, it was just easier to work it from as in kilometres from the signs rather than mph. In the back you've got a 3-point roll cage. It's a John Ailey bar, genuine one. John Ailey was one of the first people to put roll cages into performance cars, the early 60s. He was a racer, a well-known name in that circle. And a demister pad on the back window to try and keep the window as clear as possible, because Minis are well known for fogging up a bit. Okay,
and what have we got down here?
Down here is a Braddock's fire extinguisher. I'm not sure how big a fire that would put out, but they carried those in the car anyway.
Is that it for the interior?
Yes.
Okay. Right, what about the exterior then?
Exterior? Well, first of all the BMC Works cars were tartan red with an Old English white roof, so the roof would be painted in the Works. The car having arrived as a standard car with a black roof.
Okay.
This particular year, the yellow squares denote that they carried their own tyres. This was a new ruling that you could run in a certain group, but you could carry 8 tyres, I think it was, and hence the roof rack for the extra tyres that they were carrying.
Alright, I did not know that.
On the front, they also fitted, this was fairly pioneering, the front mud flaps, which were colloquially known as elephant ears. This was to push some of the snow out of the way so it didn't pack up under the wheel arches.
Okay.
Again, you've got the Lucas lamps for 700 lamps on the front there, and you've also got Perspex headlamp cover protectors just to stop any stones bouncing off and smashing the headlamps. At the back, we have another Lucas lamp fitted as a reversing light, and this is from a Nuffield tractor, part of BMC Group, which closed the bonnet on a Nuffield, but is used to keep the bootlid from bouncing open on rally stages here.
Oh, okay.
And again, they used all spaced acousts, so the bars for loosening the wheel nuts and so on are on the back shelf. They would carry a crash helmet in the corner of each back shelf with an elastic bungee which would go from these pins to the window there.
What about what's the significance of the registration LBL?
LBL 10D, well, the winning car was LBL 6D, and the whole team were LBL number 6, 66, 606 and 666. All cars finished. 6 was the winner. Paddy Hopkirk came 6th with 666D, and all the cars did finish on that particular year.
Alright.
They
I
ran
did not
2
know that
Austin
either.
Cooper S's and 2 Morris Cooper S's. That's what they always did to keep both brands in the competitive frame.
You are a bit of a font of all things Mini, aren't you?
Yes, you say that like it's a bad thing.
Well, I've just noticed that we've got a red Mini, we've got
Yeah,
a
this is
black Mini round the corner here,
Various generations
We've
of
got
Cooper S.
a white Mini.
We have.
How many Minis have you got?
How many minis have I got? Well, a few. I've lost count really.
How many Minis have you restored?
I've restored several. I've owned over 70 old minis.
You've owned 70 Minis?
Yes,
You
over
need
the
to
years.
you need to get out more.
You're absolutely right. I know. But there you are.
Hey ho.
It's enormous.
Right, I think we'll go and have a cup of coffee now.
What a great idea.
I hope you've enjoyed the first CritCar 2015 car review.